Hello YouTube, Cousin Kinoko here. It's been a while since I posted anything on YouTube, but I thought I'd make a little update on my game room. I've done some improvements here, or at least I'm in the process of doing some improvements. I'll try and take you through them one by one. I bought some new gaming cables from, I think the shop is called retrogamingcables.co.uk, I think. So I'm switching most of my composite cables with RGB ones. Here we have one for the Super Nintendo, and I also got new cables for the Sega Saturn, which is running now. It's running Legend of Oasis on import, and I also got new cables for the Mega Drive, the GameCube. The Dreamcast already had RGB, so I didn't have to get any cables for that. And the PlayStation 2 as well. Here we have the PlayStation 2 one, which is also compatible with PS1. So I'm just trying to sort everything here. As you can see, I've got this big row of plugs, and here you can switch on and off the different sections, so you don't have to have everything running at once. I have, for my 3 modern consoles, I have HDMI splitter here, and this automatically detects which console is on. It's my Wii U, PS3 and Xbox 360, and out of the holes in the back here I have drilled these holes so that cables can come directly out from behind the consoles. They're going into this SCART-switcher, which I bought recently. It has 4 different inputs and 1 output in the middle. So if I want to have all of my consoles connected at once, I would need to get 2 of these. But my plan is to attach all the SCART cables here, and then it can be easy to switch them. This one was 70 euros, which is quite a lot, but I've tried a few SCART switches before and they all affect the quality of the image, and this one doesn't, as far as I can tell, so that's why I spent quite a bit of money on that. Some other updates: I picked up switchless mods, or a Mega Drive Model 2 with a switchless mod. So this one can run PAL and NTSC. It doesn't run Japanese cartridges without doing some physical modifications on the cartridge slot, but still. So finally I can run NTSC signal on my TV. And I've also picked up a new Super Nintendo here. I haven't tried it yet. This is also with a switchless mod, so it runs. You can switch between forced 60 Hz, forced 50 Hz, or a mode that automatically detects if it's an NTSC or PAL game, and switches accordingly. So this is my old SNES here with the composite cable. As you can see in the, it's a bit dark here, but as you can see in the SCART plug, there are some pins missing. There's only a few pins in there, but if you look on the RGB cable, it has all of the pins and has a much improved signal. So yeah, let me just hook everything up here and then make another video showing you how it looks in the end. So here is my gaming room all set up. We have the projector running here and the B&O Bang & Olufsen MX7000 for the retro consoles, and I have my 3 modern consoles on the projector. The projector is mounted here on top of a shelf that I built. It's BENQ or BENQ, I'm not sure how you pronounce that. And the projector is connected to the stereo. This old stereo that I have here. I have some cables in the back that are running all the way back behind the drawers and behind the sofa and then up into the projector there. And here we have the Wii U running Earthbound, and I have this SCART-switch hooked up now. It has room for 4 consoles, and the remaining consoles are hanging loosely here. I attached them with this plastic thing here so that it's quite easy to swap consoles, since I can't fit them all at the same time. All my cables are hidden behind the cabinet here, and to hide the mess of cables I have some IKEA storage boxes underneath where I keep all my accessories and controllers and such. So with this SCART-switch I can very easily switch between consoles. I have 4 running now at the same time. Here we have the Sega Saturn running X-Men, and we have the Mega Drive running Empire of Steel in 60 Hz. This is the switchless modded Mega Drive 2. And here we have the Dreamcast running Elemental Gimmick Gear. And finally the SNES also running 60 Hz NTSC signal with Super Castlevania 4. And I'll also show you quickly here the consoles that I have hooked up. They're not all hooked up to the SCART-switch because some of the consoles are not being used that much, so I didn't think it's worth hooking them up. First we have the Xbox 360 with a stack of games. We have the Sega Master System 2, which is not hooked up because I only have RF output for this one, so I plan to get a Model 1 which should be modded for 60 Hz, so I can play the Master System in 60 Hz. We have the original Xbox, which is not hooked up because I don't play it very often. We have the switchless modded SNES here, and I also have an import adapter for my US and Japanese games. There is the Wii, which is not hooked up because I'm planning to play my Wii games on my Wii U from now on. We have the original PS2 fat model. Then we have here the Nintendo 64, which is also not hooked up because I don't play it very often. The Mega Drive 2, and we have the Sega Saturn with the Action Replay cartridge in the back. I'm sorry, it's a bit dark and hard to see at the moment, but the Action Replay cartridge allows you to play import games, so I can play PAL, US NTSC and Japanese NTSC on this one. Then we have the NES, which is not modded in any way, but I'd like to get this modded at some point for RGB signal and 60 Hz. We have the Nintendo GameCube with the Game Boy player underneath for playing my GBA games. Here we have the Sega Dreamcast. We have the Japanese Famicom, which is not hooked up. I also don't play this very often, but if I do play it, I have to bring it out on the floor because the cables for the controllers is so short, so it wouldn't reach from here and to my chair where I'm sitting and playing games. And then finally we have the PS3, and on top here also we have the Wii U, and here we have the stand for the Wii U controller. So yeah, that's it for my game room. Oh, and I forgot to show you one thing as well. These cabinets here is something I found for someone was giving it away for free online. Probably it has been used in an office back in the 90s or something, but I thought these are quite practical, so you can easily hide the mess of cables and consoles here and make the room look nice and tidy when it's closed, which also protects the consoles from sunlight and dust and such. So all in all, I'm pretty happy with my setup here. I do plan to get a Sony BVM or PVM at some point, and maybe replace the B&O. I do like the B&O for its style, but it's a little bit impractical to set it up. It does have some geometry issues, but it does have really good sound, and the picture is pretty good as well. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video, and if you have any questions, please leave them in the comment section below, and I'll try to answer as best I can. Thank you for watching, and see you next time.